Hi everyone, apologies that it's been some time since I've made a video. I've been really busy with making music and DJing, but I keep seeing this thing that's pulling me to say something over and over again, which is about sleep paralysis. People are really suffering with it, and there's lots of articles about how to get rid of it, and it really makes my heart sink because in my experience, sleep paralysis, if you know how to use it, can be the most magnificent thing ever. It can be the gateway to what I'd like to call multi-dimensional heaven and just adventures beyond your wildest dreams. Basically, it's a doorway to the out-of-body experience. Without getting into a big debate about what the out-of-body experience is, it is an experience that you can have, and it is phenomenal. It can really range from just something quite, mild to popping out around the house to something absolutely extraordinary that can, last for, in my experience, hours and truly be more high definition and more real than waking reality, which might not sound like a good idea to some people, but you got to try it before you knock it. So I just wanted to clear up a few things about it. As far as I understand it, sleep paralysis, basically your body goes into a light state of paralysis when you go to sleep, and that stops you acting out your dreams. So if you didn't have the sleep paralysis, you might sleepwalk, or you may turn around and punch your partner if you were thinking about that. And in some cases that does happen to people. But another thing that can happen is that a part of your brain can kind of wake up during normal sleep, and notice that you're in that paralysis and notice other things which would normally be offline. So to give you an example, when you're falling asleep, you have noises maybe outside the house and they start to disappear. As you drift into sleep, those noises go. You don't hear them anymore, or they get incorporated into your dream. Also, like lights that are flashing past your eyes, you would maybe not notice anymore. The weight of the duvet, stuff like that. But in sleep paralysis, you get awareness of these things again. It's almost like, a bit of the left brain is aware of what's going on, but it's not aware enough to interpret them correctly. And therefore, because it doesn't understand, because you don't understand what's going on, these sort of sensations are interpreted in a really terrifying way. So a really common one could be the feeling of a pressure of somebody on your chest. I think that alien abduction stories can sometimes be, not saying always, but sometimes could be people in sleep paralysis misinterpreting the feelings on their chest, and the mind kind of showing them that there might be some sort of being there. Again, just trying to make sense of the sensory data around them. But the thing about sleep paralysis is that when you understand it, when you know what to expect and you know what's coming, you don't have to feel afraid. And it's such an amazing analogy for life, because life is just like this, what you fear manifests in a sense. Your greatest fears you project onto something. You kind of bring that about in some sense. And but with sleep paralysis, if you look forward to it, if you're excited about it, the sort of hallucinations can be really quite amazing. So one thing I forgot to mention is that there's a feeling of electricity almost that can run through the body. There's a lot of different ways we could talk about what's happening. Some schools of thought will say that that's the energy body, that's Kundalini. And I don't want to put anyone off who doesn't sort of subscribe to those models, or doesn't think about those things. But it is exactly that feeling of electricity, or just tingling, but it's very strong. It's not a mild feeling that can be rushing up and down the body. And this is amazing, because when you get in touch with this feeling, one, it can be absolute bliss, and two, you can move out. This is the body that you can move out. At least that's the experience that you can have, again, without getting into a debate about what the out-of-body experience is. This is something that you can you can do. You just have to, one, not be frightened of it, and two, be bold. If you want to just turn it into a pleasurable experience, think about sex, and it can become like a massive body orgasm that's like so blissful you'd never want it to end. If you did want it to end for whatever reason, all you have to do is change your breathing patterns, and that will generally break it. Sometimes if you push against it, that's actually going to pop you out of body, so that doesn't always work. It's the funniest thing, I've had sleep paralysis in even sitting up, turning on a light before, it's caught me even, almost coming out of bed. I think that I had a lot of sleep paralysis because I was very disturbed at one point of my life, and and it was awful then, but now I know how to use it wisely, and now I can bring it on. There are exercises that you can do to bring it on. One of them is the IAC, International Academy of Consciousnesses exercise, called the Velo. You can look that one up, and that can bring it on. But a lot of people just having this phenomenon naturally and wishing it would go away. Don't wish it would go away. It's like the best thing ever. So if you find yourself in it, the first thing is to feel happy. You can use your will to even increase the energy, the feeling of this rushing up and down. You can increase that, get it really nice and strong, and then just literally will yourself out your body. It's kind of, I don't want to say it's as simple as that, because it's not always as simple as that, but in some ways it's as simple as that. And once you're out of your body, once you have the experience of getting out of your body, get out a window, get out of your house, get out, because there's a tendency for it to pull you back. So a lot of it's just being comfortable and being confident and kind of knowing what's going on and not being afraid, so you can really, be bold and push forward. And I have no words to express how incredible these worlds that one can find themselves in out-of-body situations are. I say just do it, and then you don't have to wonder if I'm exaggerating or anything. Give it a try. Anyway, I hope that helps. There's so much more I can say about it. There's techniques, but this is just really a short video, just to say if you can do one thing, it's feel good about it. Like this is a gateway. This is a very, very powerful and wonderful gateway to phenomenal, exciting experiences. Thank you.